Are you an overthinker? Here's what you can do to help. Hi YouTube, Jason here. Today I'd like to talk about something that affects me every single day, and I'm pretty sure that it affects probably at least 100 or 200 of you out there. That's overthinking. Overthinking is to me, it's one of the most terrible things to have to go through. Usually goes along with anxiety. Anxiety comes along, then the overthinking starts, anxiety gets worse. Usually one of those things. Comes on when you're trying to work, comes on when you're trying to enjoy yourself with your family, sit down for dinner. Overthinking. It starts out when I first wake up in the morning. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is my mind switches on. And it starts going mile a minute, thinking about everything I have to get done in the day. I know I have to film a YouTube video today. I know I have to write 2,000 words or several articles. I know I have to get all that done. I know I have to work on a website. I know I have to do one of 100 things that fill my day every day. I have to get done. My mind is constantly churning and churning and churning, trying to force me more into that mode of being anxious and being fearful, and that the whole thing that goes along with anxiety. From then on, I usually start worrying about my family. So I'm thinking about, my daughter's got to go to school. What's going to happen to her at school? Does she have a test? Is she going to make sure she eats her lunch? Is she going to have to go to the bathroom at school? I mean, this is the stupid stuff that goes through my brain because my mind is just constantly pushing all my buttons. Constantly. Later on, it's thinking about my wife. Well, my wife's got to work today too, so how are we going to manage that with the little baby running around, getting into everything? We have a little 3-year-old, and he's autistic, so he's a little rambunctious, and he gets into things more than other kids. So we kind of have to follow him around a little bit. And so one of us always has to constantly be on duty unless, maybe the grandparents are watching the kid. But one of us always has to be on duty regardless. And so my mind is worrying about that. What's going on with the boy? Is he getting into something? Is he getting in the refrigerator? Is he going to get into the electrical outlet? Just everything that's going on. As the day goes on, I'm still constantly thinking about work. Maybe I finished one thing. Maybe I finished my YouTube video for the day. Then all of a sudden I'm thinking about, I got to get all this written. I have to work on my blog. I have to work on the website that's due in a week. I have to get all this done. All this is churning through my mind. So it seems like all the times during the day, every time during the day, there's no rest from my mind constantly working. There's constantly noise going in there. You can imagine my day. You can imagine what my day is like. And I know that there are a lot of you out there that can relate to this because I see it online. I go on Twitter. I see it. Everybody's always talking about overthinking. I wish I could focus because my brain is thinking a mile a minute. There's millions of you out there that have to deal with overthinking and the anxiety that goes with it. What can you do about it? I mean, it seems like we're all suffering with it, but none of us seem to never seem to do anything about it. We're always fighting against it. So what can we do about it? One of the things I find that helps me, and I tried that before I started filming this video because I didn't want to go through this video with all that noise in my brain. I wanted to be able to have a conversation with my YouTube audience, small as it is, and not have to worry about all this background going on in my head. So what I did was I practiced a little mindfulness. And to me, mindfulness means that you are in the moment. So I started looking around. I started saying, that fan is nice and cool. I started thinking about what's going on here in the moment. I like my new YouTube setup. It looks so nice. This light that I'm using today really illuminates my face. I'm thinking about what's going on right in the moment. I'm living in the moment. I'm not living about what's going to happen in an hour when I'm done filming this. What happened earlier today and what's going to happen tomorrow and the next week and the next month. None of that is going on in my head. The only thing that's going on is I'm here in the moment. Wow, it's kind of hot right now because I can't run the fan and the air conditioner because the speaker, the speaker on the phone picks everything up in the background because I don't have my good mic yet. So this phone picks up every little thing, so I have to turn off the fan. There could be no air conditioner. Maybe you can hear my daughter playing in the background. You can hear every little thing going on. So I'm thinking about that. I'm in the moment. I'm not thinking forward. It does a lot for me. And I tell you what, right now, I'm not feeling the anxiety I normally feel. I feel calm. I'm able to have a better conversation because my mind isn't constantly switching between what's going on in my head and what I'm trying to think of to say next, because I don't run off a script. You can probably tell because I go all the time. But I don't run off a script, so I'm just thinking about what's coming out of my head. If I don't have all that background back there, then I can think a lot better. So if I'm more mindful, if I'm thinking in the moment instead of thinking about what's going to happen next week or later today, then I'm focused on one thing and one thing only. I'm focused on thinking about how warm it is in here. I'm focused on thinking about how nice this light shines off my bald head. I'm thinking about how nice it would be if I got my teeth bleached. I can think about these things because it's happening in the moment. I'm looking right at myself. I'm looking at my teeth. I'm looking at my bald head. I'm looking at all this stuff, and it's right in the moment. It's keeping me very calm. You can do the same thing. Imagine you're in the grocery store, and instead of a mile a minute going on in your head thinking about, oh, do I need sugar, blah, blah, blah. Do I need this? Do I need that? Oh, I got to go to the store. I got to go to the, I almost said Blockbuster. I got to go to the bank later on. And you think about, oh, Cheerios are on sale. You're in the moment. Oh, they have that kind of bread that I like. Won't that be delicious? You're thinking in the moment. You're dealing with what's right in front of you instead of thinking about what's going to happen. You can do it anywhere. Whether you're at the bank later on in the day, you're at home watching TV, focus on what you're watching. Don't focus on all the stuff going on in your head. No matter what you're doing, you can practice mindfulness. And that's a really loaded word. A lot of people use it for many different things. I like to use it saying only that I'm going to be living in the moment. I'm going to be living in this minute. I'm not going to be living for what's going to happen in an hour from now. That's all. So practice mindfulness. And that's all for today. It's getting a little warm in here because I don't have the fan on right here, and I'm starting to sweat a little bit. So I'm gonna leave now. But I'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll be talking about something else. So see you later. Bye. So, wait, there's a motorcycle outside. Okay, so if I'm more mindful, babe, I'm trying to film. Shh.